For many years, Colin Cowherd has been just like a giant steaming bag of hot air. It's like, the steamable vegetable bags you throw in the microwave, and then when they're done, you open them up and just steam and farts, and that's all it is. And yeah, being a national media host, I understand saying things that are provocative for clicks and reaction and ratings. Wonder what that's like. And I understand, like, he's basically getting what he wants now, since we're actually talking about it. But Colin Cowherd, he did have a reprieve from the governor this year when he accurately predicted that the Vikings would be good. He predicted that they would win the division, predicted that they would win 13 plus games, and from there. So for a half second, Colin Cowherd wasn't. He was actually legit, right? But everyone always backslides. Right, everyone relapses, and Colin Cowherd did just that today. So after Derek Carr found his way to the NFC, Colin Cowherd did the NFC's top quarterbacks herd hierarchy by Colin Cowherd. So he ranked the quarterbacks in the NFC, and Kirk. All right, so Kirk ranks number 7, which we obviously have issue with. We'll get into why, but this list is so amazingly stupid and asinine. Like, it boggles my mind. Like, it physically makes my teeth hurt how bad this list is. Like, I understand, like, being provocative for the sake of being provocative, but this is just egregious. Like, this is sports talk radio malpractice, and you can say basically anything on sports talk radio. Like, my 3-year-old son would have a better list if he just, like, randomly just put things together, just like his Lego sets. They were just like, bah. I physically am ill from this ranking. And what's even worse is, so they did up a write-up of his explanation, right? So starting off with Kirk Gino at 8. Gino probably could be higher, whatever. 7, Kirk Cousins. Cowherd's thoughts. I don't get any mobility. I don't get a big arm. He shrinks in big games, but he does give you 4,000 passing yards almost every year. 7 of 8 years, you get 4,000 passing. When you need him in the fourth quarter, I never trust Kirk. Now, yes, Kirk did amplify this notion, this trope that Kirk isn't clutch by 4th and 8 play. But again, we've been over a number of things about that play. Number 1, don't give up 431 yards of offense and 31 points to Daniel frickin' Jones at home in a playoff game. Number 2, Kevin O'Connell needs to take that play call back to the landfill where it belongs. Number 3, the interior offensive line, Ezra and Bradbury, how about you block someone? And D, what else did you want him to do? Did you want Kirk just to throw it up into triple coverage to Jefferson or KJ, who wasn't looking for the ball? Or was it a better option, the highest percentage to throw, the best of all the bad options, was to dump it off to Hockenson and have him try and break a tackle, make a play? TJ Hockenson breaks one tackle, he runs for 12 yards, first down. And then we're never talking about this. But the whole thing about Kirk isn't clutch, even though Kirk, since he signed with the Vikings in 2018, has the most fourth quarter and overtime touchdowns in the NFL with 52. And also Kirk, 8 fourth quarter come from behind wins in 2022, tying the NFL record with, the guy who apparently is number 1 on Cowherd's list. Just fantastic. So, I mean, this ranking is just disrespectful. Like, again, Cowherd got it right, where Colin was right, saying that the Vikings will have a good season this year, and also saying that the Packers were going to be very poopy. But having Kirk behind Derek friggin' Carr, who, again, Derek Carr is who the media wants you to think Kirk Cousins is. Hollow stats, can't get it done. It's never won a playoff game. Never won the division, by the way. Yeah, but he ranks above Kirk Cousins. Then you have Dak Prescott, again, another facsimile of what the media wants you to think Kirk Cousins is. Kyler Murray, who is a head case, has never won anything and is also injured. Jared Goff, who throughout his career has been Jared Goff, but last year had a fantastic season with Ben Johnson and the Lions. Jalen Hurts, respect. And then Stafford at 1. Well, no. All right. So the rationale of Stafford at 1 is just amazing. Cowherd's thoughts. Number 1 high school quarterback. Number 1 college quarterback at Georgia. Number 1 draft pick. The year they won the Super Bowl, he threw for 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. He's an elite talent. He's getting older. He's been banged up, but nobody doubts the no-look throws, the big-time A-plus arm when the Rams gave him protection. He was a machine. Yeah, except for what about last year? Big Wit retires. The offensive line gets gutted. He loses weapons. Cooper Kupp gets hurt. Stafford gets hurt. Where were the Rams? Yeah, if again, this is what always bothered me. I always respected Stafford as a leader, as well as being a tough ass dude for all those rotten years in Detroit. But he never won the division with the Lions. He never won a playoff game with the Lions. And for all this talk is like, he just needs a better supporting cast. What other quarterback do you make the argument for? You don't make it for Kirk Cousins. You certainly do not. So all this fawning and preening over Stafford during his time in Detroit ends up with the Rams. Perfect situation with Sean McVay, but more importantly, Kevin O'Connell. And then they're getting after it on defense, the number one defense when Aaron Donald was there and healthy. Jalen Ramsey was in his prime. Von Miller was getting after it, and weapons on offense, and then they win the Super Bowl. But it's like, it's all Matthew Stafford. Then what about last year? How come Stafford couldn't make it 2 in a row? It's just also your rationale for putting Stafford as the best quarterback in the NFC is because he was the number one quarterback in high school. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Or what does draft position have to do with anything either? It's like, he was good at Georgia. Congratulations. He's the number one overall draft pick 15 plus years ago. It's such stupid and backward rationale. Like, I honestly do not see how you could look at the NFC and say that Stafford is even a top 8 quarterback. I don't even know how he made this list, let alone be number 1. For me, it would be Hurts 1, respect. It may be Kirk 2. And again, I do like to pride myself in calling a spade and calling balls and strikes when it comes to Kirk Cousins. Like, Kirk was the problem in 2018, 2019, 2020 before the bye. Last year, Kirk Cousins played the best ball of his career. So, yeah, I would say Kirk is 2. And then, I don't know, the rest of the way it'd be Goff or Geno 3. One of those 2, 4. Ugh. I guess Dak 5. This is gross, man. I don't know. That's really all that matters, because the NFC, maybe not so much. But again, I will just never understand the misplaced hatred for Kirk Cousins. Again, when he was the problem, he was the problem. But when he's good, he's been good. So I don't understand why the media and fans are still just putting their thumb down on the scale and not giving Kirk Cousins the credit, just always treating him like the goober and the weirdo and all that stuff. But Kirk Cousins, he balled last year. Right? He is not the 7th best freaking quarterback in the NFC, man, and he certainly is not behind Stafford or Kyler or Derek freaking Carr or Dak Prescott. That's for sure. Maybe Jared Goff, whatever. He had a good year, but again, yeah, Colin Cowherd, for all the goodwill that he built up last year, it gone. But your thoughts are thoughts. Colin Cowherd is back to being straight trash. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.